Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. So more interesting updates for this video, and let me start quickly with the updates regarding Victor Osimhen. The young man has now returned back to Napoli as he plans to tag along for the preseason with the club. The initial plan from Napoli was that they wanted to actually sell Osimhen to one of the club sides that have showed interest. Of course, Osimhen has been a subject of transfer speculations for a lot of clubs. Likes of Chelsea want to see him, Arsenal want him, Liverpool and PSG at some point. But again, even Manchester United also wants him. But Napoli's fee was really very high, which is like the major reason why Osimhen has not been sold right now. And Napoli plan not to go with Osimhen into the preseason because they don't have him in their plans for next season. So going with Osimhen would bring a kind of distraction to their team, and they wouldn't want to be training or preparing for next season with someone that they are not sure if he's going to stay at the club. So yesterday, Osimhen was pictured at the Napoli training center, where he was actually done a series of tests, fitness tests and checks, before he was allowed to join the team. And what it means right now is that Napoli are going to have to carry Osimhen along with them to their preseason, and this means that it's very likely now that Osimhen might spend the next season in Napoli if they are not able to get a buyer. And for Napoli's schedule in terms of preseason, they actually have a couple of games, starting with the one against Adana Demirspor, which is going to be played on July 28th, and then after that they have against Brest on July 31st, and then Girona on August 3rd, and then after that they are going to play their Coppa Italia final against Modena. That's on the August 10th. So it's a pretty tight preseason matches for Napoli, and Osimhen has already showed up in camp, which means they are now trying to incorporate or integrate him into the team as their plan for next season. But it's still a doubt if Osimhen is going to be able to play all these games, because since Napoli are still trying to sell him, they are still having conversations with these clubs that want to buy Osimhen. So in the event that any of these clubs reach an agreement with Napoli, then obviously Osimhen is going to be pulled out of the preseason, so that he can transfer to the said club that have agreed to buy him. But beyond that update, let me let you know that Real Madrid's manager Carlo Ancelotti has now revealed the real reason why Real Madrid did not go on to sign Victor Osimhen last season, when Osimhen was really hot and he had that great season with Napoli, where he scored 26 goals in the league alone, and then helped them to that historic Scudetto win after 30-something years since Maradona did it, in the 80s. Again, Real Madrid were really interested at that moment, because then Benzema was going out, and they obviously wanted someone to come in to replace Benzema. But Carlo Ancelotti gave a recent interview, and he gave the reason why Real Madrid did not go for Osimhen. Actually showed interest when Benzema left, and everyone was like tipping Osimhen to go to be snapped up by Real Madrid, including me. I actually thought that Real Madrid were going to get him, because I know that if Real Madrid wants to get you, they are always going to get you. Nothing can stop them. But again, Real Madrid did not go for Osimhen, and Carlo Ancelotti now is saying that the reason why Real Madrid didn't go for Osimhen was because they went for Birmingham. They invested all the money in getting them, and Carlos says that Real Madrid board had the mindset that Bellingham is going to sort their problems, their attacking problems, that if they're able to get Bellingham, then obviously they would not be needing Osimhen. Then obviously they went for Bellingham, got Bellingham, and it paid off for them, because they won the Champions League, and then won the La Liga, for last season. So Osimhen's destination is still something that is exciting, because Napoli wants to sell him. He wants to leave Napoli. He even said that his last season with Napoli was the last one, So he's still up for grabs, but obviously Real Madrid are out of the picture, because they've already got Mbappe. Really, clubs that are going to go really hard on trying to get Osimhen is Chelsea, maybe Arsenal, and then Manchester United. But we'll see what happens in the next couple of days/weeks. But in the meantime, Osimhen trains with Napoli ahead of their preseason, which means he is part of the squad for their next season and the whole plans and everything. But leaving that gist, let me let you know that Dele-Bashiru, Fisayo Dele-Bashiru, who I recently talked about in the previous video, that he has now completed his move to Lazio on a season-long loan from Sport. £2 million was the deal, but it's a compulsory option to buy for a permanent deal for an extra €4 million. To be paid to Sport. But this man is in the news right now, and what he's saying is that it gives him joy to actually see this deal come to reality. The fact that he has now moved to Lazio. He talks a lot about the club. He praises the club, that it's a really top quality club, that he feels honored to be there, and that he always wanted to be in Lazio. Because he had seen the project and it entices him a lot. He revealed that Lazio actually had shown interest in him from January, but it didn't really work out then. But then when they came on this time around, he realized that this is the club that he wants to be. And, the project that they have really, really excites him. And then Dele-Bashiru goes on to say that his plan for Lazio, or his target for Lazio, is actually helping the club finishing in top 4 and then winning a couple of trophies, maybe Coppa Italia or something like that. And then also he hopes to play a lot of games for the club and then score goals, get a couple of assists, as a midfielder. That's his plan that's his targets for Lazio this season. But moving on to the next update, let me let you know that Sonny Aluko has now signed as the coach, or as one of the coaches for newly promoted EPL club side Ipswich Town, and that announcement was made yesterday. The man obviously played for the club. The last season that they were in the relegation, he played for the clubs, helped them to promote to the Premiership, which they will be playing for this season that's going to start. And right now, he actually resigned after the end of that last season. Right now, the club's management has decided that they want him to be part of the first team coaching staff, and they've now given him that portfolio. So Sonny Aluko is now a senior coach, for the Ipswich first team. When the season starts, you're definitely going to see Sonny Aluko in the dugouts with the main coach, Kieran McKenna. So that's what has now happened. He obviously had some really interesting spell for Ipswich, actually playing more than 50 caps for the club, and then showed a lot of loyalty to the club. And also, while he was there, especially towards the final years of his career, he had to go for coaching school, where he got his UEFA B coaching license, which is, of course, the reason why he is qualified to take up role as a coach in the club. But again, congrats to him. We wish him all the best in his new endeavor, in the EPL. But that's the update, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Take care of yourselves. Stay tuned to the channel.